10 World War II home defense tricks so powerful burglars refuse to enter. Before we begin, if you value serious historical analysis, practical survival knowledge, and lessons pulled directly from real-world history rather than theory, make sure you subscribe to After the Sirens and leave a comment below. This channel exists for people who want to learn, debate, and preserve hard-earned knowledge. Now, let's get into it. During the Second World War, ordinary civilians faced threats that went far beyond burglary. Blackouts, rationing, air raids, displaced populations, and the total breakdown of normal policing forced families to defend their homes with intelligence, discipline, and psychology rather than brute force. What they developed was not panic-driven improvisation, but layered home defense strategies that remain disturbingly effective today. Burglars then, as now, avoided homes that felt alert, unpredictable, and costly to enter. This opening minute matters because the first rule of wartime home defense was never looking vulnerable. In cities like London, Warsaw, and Rotterdam, criminals thrived where chaos created opportunity. Homes that survived were not the strongest, but the smartest. They signalled awareness, routine, and readiness long before an intruder ever touched a door. The following techniques were used by civilians who had no backup coming, no emergency numbers to dial, and no margin for error. Civilian blackout discipline was weaponized to control visibility and perception. During air raids, households mastered total light discipline, ensuring no glow escaped through windows or doors. What's often overlooked is how this denied criminals visual intelligence. Today, applying this means controlling exterior lighting with intention rather than abundance. A single, low-positioned light near an entry point, shielded to cast shadows instead of illumination, makes movement visible while hiding interior layout. World War II households understood that darkness favours the defender who knows the terrain. Noise discipline and sound traps were used to extend awareness beyond walls. Civilians strung bottles, scrap metal or shell casings behind doors and along entry paths. These were not crude alarms, but early warning systems that worked without electricity. A modern equivalent can be as simple as, strategically placing objects that shift or rattle when disturbed, especially near secondary entrances. The key principle is that the home should hear the intruder before the intruder reaches the home. Occupied appearance was maintained even when houses were empty. Families rotated lamps, radios and movement patterns to make homes feel continuously lived in. During evacuations, neighbours coordinated routines so no building appeared abandoned. Today, this translates into irregular lighting schedules, sound timers and visible signs of daily life. Burglars then avoided homes that suggested unpredictability, because unpredictability meant resistance. Entry points were psychologically reinforced, not just physically blocked. WWII civilians reinforced doors internally, often with angled braces that transferred force into the floor rather than the lock. More importantly, doors looked difficult. Multiple visible latches, scuffed reinforcement marks, and improvised metal plating sent a message before any attempt was made. Modern homeowners can apply this by prioritizing visible deterrence over hidden upgrades. Burglars calculate effort visually first. Interior compartmentalization slowed intruders and, well, bought precious time. Homes were arranged so that entry did not mean access, you see. Furniture was positioned to create choke points, and interior doors were kept locked at night. This wasn't paranoia. It was tactical depth. Applying this today means thinking beyond the front door. A hallway that narrows, a locked interior room, or a secondary barrier really changes the cost-benefit equation for anyone inside illegally. Community signalling replaced individual defense when authorities failed. In many neighborhoods, civilians developed coded signals using shutters, chalk marks, or specific object placements to indicate danger or absence. This created collective awareness without broadcasting vulnerability. A modern parallel might involve trusted neighbors sharing routines, watching patterns, and discreetly signaling when something is wrong. WWII defense was rarely isolated. Windows were treated as liabilities, not sources of comfort. Glass was reinforced with tape not only to prevent shattering during blasts, but to reduce noise and delay forced entry. Curtains were thick, layered, and, well, functional. Today, reinforced film, layered coverings and furniture placement that denies immediate access actually replicate this logic. A window that cannot be breached quickly is often skipped entirely. Routine itself became a defensive weapon. Families moved predictably within unpredictable time windows. Lights went on and off at irregular intervals. Radios played during odd hours. Burglars learned patterns quickly and avoided homes that refused to settle into one. You can apply this by deliberately varying visible routines while maintaining internal discipline. Defensive tools were staged, not centralized. Civilians kept tools where they would naturally be needed rather than locked away. This reduced response time and panic. In modern terms, preparedness means accessibility combined with training, not ownership alone. The final and most powerful trick was reputation. Homes that resisted once were rarely tested again. Word spread quickly in blackout cities. Even today, visible signs of alertness, reinforcement and vigilance travel fast among those looking for easy targets. These techniques worked because they attacked the burglar's greatest weakness: risk aversion. Criminals during the Second World War had no interest in uncertainty, noise, delay, or resistance. Neither do modern ones. If this kind of deep historical analysis matters to you, subscribe to After the Sirens. Share this video with someone who values real-world preparedness and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. This channel grows through serious discussion, not algorithms alone.